Top Nairobi lawyer Bwana Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi recently made some very explosive revelations on live TV. Many of you must have caught it. What this lawyer said, this lawyer who some people refer to as the Grand Mullah, what he said is that President Uhuru Kenyatta has completely fallen out with his deputy, DP William Samoei Ruto. In fact, Bwana Abdullahi put it very dramatically. He said, all we're waiting for is official divorce. Otherwise, for all intents and purposes, this couple is no more. You know, divorce is a process. A man and his wife are no longer together. But divorce is a process. It is just a formality. But what normally happens is that the two have already split. And what the public would be waiting for is something official, through a court of law. And by the way, according to the way the Marriage Act is in Kenya, it's not easy to get a divorce. It's a long process. And so this example given by Bwana Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi is rather appropriate, because even politically, the marriage between the president and his deputy is not easy to annul. It is an extremely long process. However, the bottom line is that this lawyer was confirming what regulars on this channel already know. Indeed, what regulars on this channel knew early last year. Now, I just want to quickly draw your attention to the fact that this information has far-reaching political implications. Actually, it impacts on quite a lot of things politically. But top on the list has to be the Uhuru Kenyatta succession. It means, for instance, that the president is unlikely to support DP William Ruto to take over from him when his term ends. Actually, the truth is, the president's camp has not been behaving in a manner that would give anybody confidence that indeed DP William Ruto will be supported by the Uhuru camp for 2022. In fact, supporters of the deputy president will tell you in the face that actually they have been frustrating all efforts by the deputy president to clinch the Jubilee ticket, Jubilee presidential ticket for 2022. And it's interesting that lawyer Bwana Abdullahi went even further. In these parables you're speaking on live television. He said both partners in this marriage have gotten new lovers. Well, we know about the handshake, and we know that the president is now very close to His Excellency Raila Odinga, the leader of the opposition. But naturally, the question would be, who is Ruto close to? Who is Ruto's new bosom buddy? Maybe we should rephrase that and ask, who is Ruto's new main bosom buddy? Because we know of quite a number of new friends he has. Probably the most surprising one is Bwana Boni Khalwale, the bullfighting former senator of Kakamega. In the past, he has been one of the harshest critics of DP William Ruto. But in recent days, he seems to be bosom buddies with the DP Ruto. He may not be making it very obvious, but close political observers have no doubt. Anyway, I think we need a bit more time to be able to figure out this parable from Bwana Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi. But there's something else here I would like to draw your attention to. Now, everybody knows that Bwana Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi has been President Uhuru Kenyatta's lawyer for a very long time. He was involved in the Supreme Court presidential petition both in 2013 and in 2017. And although officially on paper he was representing the IEBC, it was no secret that he had the president's blessings to be there. It is also true that Bwana Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi has never represented DP William Ruto in any matter. However, the Deputy President has now trusted him to be his lawyer in a very serious, sensitive matter where the Deputy President is fighting against the demolition of his Weston Hotel. You see, there's a dispute which has come to the forefront over the real ownership of the land on which the prestigious and famous Weston Hotel sits on. It is widely believed that this land was acquired illegally by the Deputy President. And this happened long before he became the Deputy President of the country. It is very widely believed that actually this land belongs to the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. And indeed, it is fairly close to the Wilson Airport in Nairobi. And so the National Land Commission is in the process of making a ruling, and announcing who the real owner of that land is. And in defending himself, and defending his investment, DP William Ruto has hired Bwana Abdullahi, who has this week made a very spirited effort, presenting documents and arguments, before the Land Commission to prove that actually this land was acquired legally, and it legally belongs to Weston Hotel, the deputy president's investment. Now, one of Bwana Abdullahi's submission in defense of the deputy president has revealed some very fascinating and indeed shocking information to the Kenyan public. It has been revealed that the deputy president has actually taken loans, against that piece of land and where the hotel sits on, totaling to over 1 billion Kenya shillings. And Bwana Abdullahi's argument is that if this banks, because a bank doesn't give a loan, just like that, without first of all doing due diligence to ensure, that whatever is being put up as security against the loan is watertight, genuine. So the argument of Ruto's lawyer is that if banks were able to okay loans, huge amounts of loans against this land, then it must genuinely belong to the deputy president. Now, the initial loan, which was charged to this piece of land, was taken out from Equity Bank, and that was before William Ruto became deputy president. However, on June 30th, 2014, the deputy president took yet another loan against the same piece of land, a loan worth 350 million, as well as another one of 1.5 million US dollars. Some of this money was used to pay off the Equity Bank loan. And then still later, on July 8th, 2015, the deputy president took out another loan, charged to this same piece of land, worth 700 million. Now, the very interesting bit here is that Equity Bank valued that land and the hotel at about 300 million at the time it gave out the first loan. Now, over the years, even if it has climbed in value, it cannot be worth 1 billion. And so, if you look at the loans the deputy president has taken out against the same piece of land, there are big question marks. Now, also super interesting is the fact that the KCB lawyer, because now there's a KCB lawyer involved in this determination by the National Land Commission, this KCB lawyer says, or rather he has appealed to the people making the decision at the National Land Commission, that they should be very sensitive about whatever decision they make. Why? Because it could impact on the bank, his clients. Many legal experts believe that if you look closely at this issue, there can only be one decision, that the land actually still belongs to the government, to the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, which would mean that the Weston Hotel would have to be demolished by bulldozers. Now, the deputy president is a very rich man. But where would that leave the bank? Now, $1 billion is not small money. So what this means is that the bank, in case the decision goes against DP William Ruto, would have to find other ways to recover their money. Other properties and assets owned by the deputy president may need to be touched. Folks, this is serious. It's very serious. Now, it is also true to say that the demolition of high-value property in and around Nairobi has not been popular with many people, including some very powerful people within the Jubilee government. And so, in the event that the National Land Commission rules against DP William Ruto and says that the property has to be demolished, the deputy president will find that he has support from even unexpected quarters. The rich and powerful in Kenya are very horrified and very alarmed at the prospect of the destruction of these valuable properties, worth millions of shillings, worth tens of millions and sometimes hundreds of millions of Kenya shillings, being brought down by bulldozers. However, the president is on record as having said he will not relent in the fight against corruption. He will not relent in demolishing and bringing down buildings put up on illegal land. And that means riparian land and also land which was illegally acquired. And so, this could easily set the stage for a very, very major political confrontation. A confrontation between watu wakubwa, if I can put it that way. Translation, a confrontation amongst big, powerful people in the country called Kenya. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.